Hey everyone, this is Jon Mitchell, and today I want to show you why diet alone will not always solve your chronic health issues. There is no question that diet is supremely important for living a healthy life, reversing chronic disease, but I think we get confused a lot and think that some diet is going to be that magic pill for all types of things. And a lot of this is because there's such great marketing out there for all these different types of fad diets, whether it's keto or fasting mimicking diets or intermittent fasting, vegan. I mean, you just name it. There's plenty of diets out there, and you see these things cycle in and out all the time. This has been going on for decades. It's nothing new, and the big thing is that we're hit with this more so recently than ever because of social media, and we see all of our friends posting like they lost all this weight and blah blah blah, and all these issues have gone away because of this miracle diet, and that's fantastic. There's nothing wrong if you find something works for you, that's great, and I think more power to you. But when I see a lot of clients, they've already been through a lot of that stuff. They've already done paleo or vegan or keto, and a lot of times maybe they felt better for a little bit and then they got worse. But all the stories out there aren't necessarily positive, and that's all we see on social media is all these people feel like it looks like everyone's losing weight on this diet. I need to get on this. Everyone is a unique individual and has unique biochemical needs. So you can't say just because of someone else did well that it's going to work for you. There are 5 big things that cause disease: nutritional deficiencies, stress, whether that's emotional or physical, microbes, allergens, toxins. Those are the big 5 that are contributing to disease, and often it's a combination of those things. When we are talking about dietary things, that's nutritional deficiencies is often, is one of those issues that can contribute to chronic disease, but it's not the only thing. And I want to show you a case of a past client where this is a great example. So this was a person who had type 2 diabetes, and he was eating a very quote unquote clean diet. He was eating a paleo diet, just whole foods, meat, vegetables were his main foods, wasn't doing any like processed foods, wasn't eating out, cooks his food at home. Everyone will look at this and go, I don't understand why he's still struggling with type 2 diabetes, where his blood sugars are going up into the 200s despite eating this diet. And that's where the question is, what else is going on? And that's why, if you have tried diet and that's not getting you where you need to go, then you need to start looking at all these other factors and going, what else am I missing here? And that's what I do with my clients is we kind of turn over all those stones and say, okay, what are we missing? And let's start putting those pieces together. So with this client, when we started looking at different labs and his environment, what we found was there were a lot of environmental toxins going on. So if we look at this toxin screen that we saw, he had really high amounts of something called MTBE. We go down and in these labs we see really high levels of perchlorate, and there are a few other really high toxins, HEMA, the N-acetylpropylcysteine. These things are off the chart. So these are environmental toxins that are making its way into this person's home somehow. So it's either drinking it through water, breathing it in. This person was around a lot of industrial complexes. So there's no question that he was getting some sort of environmental toxin exposure that he was not aware of. And these things were damaging his pancreas and making it hard for him to process his foods and sugars properly so that he had normal blood sugar. When we looked at his stool test, look at this pancreatic elastase. Really low. This is below detectable limits. And pancreatic elastase shows us how well the pancreas is functioning, and if it's able to produce the exocrine enzymes that are helping break down the proteins, fats, carbohydrates. And if you look at this fecal fat, this person's not breaking down his fats at all. So what this is showing us is this person really is not producing the enzymes he needs to break down his food and turn it into him. This was the reason why this person was having issues with type 2 diabetes. And no diet, it doesn't matter what diet you say, keto, paleo, vegan, no diet would have stopped this toxic environmental exposure and stopped the damage to the pancreas. So that is why a lot of times if you are not getting the results you expect to get with a diet, sometimes it's the wrong diet for you, and you can't really know that until you do the appropriate tests, or there's these other issues going on that are also contributing to your chronic health issues. So the take home is diet is fantastic. It's absolutely necessary. to live a healthy life, but it's often not enough. And that's where, if you have tried diet, if you tried a bunch of them and you feel like you're not getting anywhere, that's where you need to step up and say, okay, I need some help and I need someone to walk me through these labs and to see what else could be going on. Because a lot of times once you figure that out, that's when it makes all the world of difference, and that's when we start getting the results we expect to see. So again, diet is important. It's not always enough. Make sure you're getting the right lab testing to make sure that you're not missing some of these missing pieces.